Hey there, welcome to 5 Minute Friday. It's where we take just a few minutes to end our week with the Word of God. I wanted to start off today picking up where we were last week, talking about parenting and some of those things as we get started for the new school year. But it made me think back about what was my household like and what did I learn from there that I could share with you all. And the first thing I remember was that it was pretty loud. My mom was an effective communicator, but she had a lot of volume, and my dad was kind of an authoritarian, and when he would come home, he spoke pretty directly with us as kids. What it did do for us was create an opportunity for discussion. It helped us to reason about what we were thinking and what we were going through. But it wasn't always about communication. Some of the things they did was just create an environment for us that was faithful, that showed us some of the core values they had. And one of the things I remember was looking up on our wall where we ate. It was right around the dining room table, and it was a Bible verse I'm going to share with you today. It's from Joshua 24, and maybe some of you guys had this too. It says this: "Now fear the Lord and serve him with all faithfulness. Throw away the gods your ancestors worshipped beyond the Euphrates River and in Egypt, and serve the Lord. But if serving the Lord seems undesirable to you, then choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve, whether the gods your ancestors served beyond the Euphrates or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you are living. But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord." I remember asking questions about that to my dad sometimes, and again, he was letting us know that our Christianity is, well, we were in his house, and until we were of adults and on our own, he felt like he and mom had the primary role of raising us in our Christian faith, because they saw that we were given to them as gifts from God. And that was really kind of one of the things that first stamped me with a knowledge of who I am and whose I am. And I'm thankful for those opportunities for communication. I'm thankful that I was able to ask those questions and get those kind of answers. Now, I think as we get ready for a new school year to start, one of those things that we want to do is help create an environment where your kids and grandkids and godkids are doing the same thing. They're able to talk about their faith. They're able to know that Christianity is important for you, for them. And so a couple of ideas I wrote down for this one was, there's just 4 or 5. And so the first one is pray. Pray for your loved ones and let them know you're praying for them. Certainly asking for their safety and protection, but also trying to create opportunities to surround them with people of a like faith, people that have the same core values. Even if they're not Christian yet, they still want to be around people that show love and respect, right? And help surround them with people that provide care. Teachers, the same way. My wife's a public school teacher who happens to be Christian. And I went to public school and I was a Christian, and I'd be able to identify those that were active in churches and stuff too. That was really helpful. The second idea is talk about Jesus with your kids. And so when you're talking about prayer, then you talk about when you go out and live your life, when I send you off to school or to the coach or to the bus, and you're going into that sport or traveling to that function, or I'm sending you into somebody else's car, you go representing 2 things. You go representing this family, and you go as a representative of Jesus and your faith in Jesus. So each day they have an opportunity to be a witness. The third one is that everybody can be pitching in, especially at the beginning of a new school year. It's a time to set routines, and you create little schedules and maps and chores in ways that people can help out and alleviate some of that pressure. The more responsibility you give, the more they're able to learn. And the fourth one is limit technology. And it may be, that's something you have to decide in your household, but it may be just an hour or 2 that they're able to be on technology at home. Creating a space for them to have some downtime, to not feel the pressure of trying to perform or to set up social media or even just play games. It's creating opportunities to speak, to listen, or even to be together as a family. And so create downtime for connection. You could put your phones in the glove box when you're driving for a time. You could when we do it at the dinner table, we also do it in youth group where you put the phones in the center of the table and then you can have your discussion. The phones are on mute, they're still there. We're not punishing you. It's just saying this time is time that we're gonna have a discussion, devotion, or just check in on your highs and lows for the day. So create times like at bedtime where there's 9:30 that the phones go off, that we collect them downstairs, we keep them in a recharge station, and we can get them back in the morning. And creating those spaces, you'd be surprised how often it's when the phone shuts down that my son comes walking down the stairs and then ends up hanging out with us and talking for a little while before bed. I'm hoping that you're able to create those spaces for you this coming fall too. And know that we're here to help if you want to have more talks about how to do that. God bless you guys. See you next time.